You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back, Rudrance, for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we're going to talk about the XFL and what their championship game drew in ratings, and we're going to take a look at the attendance for the season. Now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Danny Garcia are saying that this league will get another year. And as I'm looking at comments on Pro Football Talk, Florio put up the ratings. I'm seeing a lot of, or at least a couple of, this league needs to merge with the USFL. And I've talked about that a little bit. I know there seems to be a faction split of fans, and then there's people like me that just really want spring football to make it. And I'm okay with two leagues and rooting for two leagues. I would be okay if they merged together, however. And then you would have, of course, you would have multiple networks involved here too. And I think they got to figure out a way to keep this product on actual network television. The other reason why I would talk about or want to do a merger would be quarterback play, right? You get the best possible quarterbacks that you could, the best ones in the USFL and the best ones in the XFL, get them together so your quarterback play is better. Ben DiNucci, pretty good season. A.J. McCarron, great season. Jordan Ta'amu came on towards the end. He excelled in the last incarnation of the XFL. But you got to have good quarterback play in these leagues because by and large, it's offense that tends to suffer in these leagues. The defense is pretty good. Special teams, pretty good. The rules, pretty different and pretty cool. Some of the innovations they got, very cool. But man, oh man, the quarterback play is not good on some of these teams, and it hurts your television product. XFL 3.0 didn't perform as well on TV as XFL 2.0, but the XFL 3.0 actually finished its season, which makes it a positive. Via Bill Shea of theathletic.com, the XFL attracted an average viewership of 1.43 million for the championship game between Arlington and D.C. on Saturday night. The game was televised by ABC. It was the highest number since Week 1, when a pair of ABC-generated games, 1.5 and 1.6 million viewers. It performed within our expectations, ESPN Vice President of Programming and Acquisitions, Tim Reed, told Shea. We ended on a high note. In the 10-week regular season, the XFL averaged 622,000 viewers per game on ESPN, ESPN2, ABC, FX, ESPN Plus, and Deportes. 8 games televised on ABC, and I think this is a key, attracted an average audience of 1.13 million viewers. That's pretty good. Now, a lot of people would say, well, that competes with the NBA, etc. Yeah, it does from a viewer standpoint, but you have to remember, these rosters in football are much larger. The overhead of just the team itself is much larger from a roster standpoint. Now, the salaries in the NBA are out of control, but there's television that is willing to pay what I think is an absurd amount of money for that NBA television product. The championship game, won by Arlington, brought in 22,754 fans to the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. It's definitely there's definitely room for spring football. It holds its own, and perhaps, and Florio brings it up, perhaps a merger of the XFL and USFL could make it even bigger. Now, let's take a look at this. This was over on Reddit. The final numbers for the XFL in attendance came in at 577,000 people that came to games. St. Louis absolutely owned it. 175,000 fans showed up. of 35,000 average. But then you had a serious drop-off down to 14.9, 14.2. DC did have, week 9, 18,600, week 3, 16,000. But by and large, those are not attendance figures that the XFL wanted to see. And I'm going to tell you what's surprising, and I've talked about this before. I'm still shocked how Houston fell off so much from XFL 2.0, and even DC fell off. Seattle fell off. And Orlando, I'm shocked by that, because in the Alliance of American Football, for both San Antonio and Orlando, the attendance was really good in those leagues for the Alliance of American Football. But I think there's a sense of, I supported a spring league before, it didn't stay around, I'm not coming back. And that's what happened here. Maybe with a second season, San Antonio and Orlando will show up. But who knows? At least we were pretty sure, The Rock says, Dwayne Johnson says, we're getting a second season of the XFL. And supposedly the USFL, because it's owned by Fox Corp, is going to be around a few seasons. Their attendance looks terrible on television. They say they expected that, but it still looks bad. And unfortunately, it's always the topic of conversation with the USFL is attendance, always, and how it looks on TV. That does make a determination, I keep saying this, on whether or not people want to get invested. Oh, nobody's watching? I'm not watching that. It won't be around in 3 weeks, and they move on. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.